Welcome to Educare. In this video, I'm gonna explain about my financial career, which is written by Stephen Leacock. Here, I will explain the complete story in a short. Before reading this lesson in the textbook, first you listen this summary, then after you will understand the text very easily. Let us start this. Before going to that, let us talk about the writer. Stephen Leacock was a Canadian writer, teacher, political scientist, and humorist. He is one of the Canada's greatest humorous fiction writers, and he is a humorist one. And along with that, he is a Canada's greatest humorous fiction writer. He was the head of the Department of Economics and Political Science at McGill University. His first collection of humorous fiction, Literary Lapse, in 1910. My Financial Career is one of the stories in his collections. His popular books are Sunshine Sketches of a Little Town and The Arcadian Adventures with the Idle Rich in 1914. My Financial Career is a humorous story. This story is about the narrator's experience at a bank told in the first person. Let us start this. Before going to that, just I brief you a few lines. See here in this story, the narrator goes to a bank to deposit his money. Okay, that was the first time. And when he entered the bank, he looked around and he was nervous because the counters, racks, clerks, managers, and depositors, this that was filled with these people. So seeing that situation, he a little bit nervous. The author got his salary increased $50. He wanted to save in the bank, which is safe place. Author had $50 with him and that was increased. Okay, that he wanted to deposit in the bank. So that he went to the bank. He entered the bank and looked around. The narrator felt nervous when he visited a bank. He gets worried at the sight of money, clerks, wickets, and everything else in the bank. Generally, we also get nervous when we enter the bank because the banks always rush. It means fully packed the counters and the long queues in front of the wickets. Okay, these are all things we see. Seeing that, just we at once we feel nervous. See the picture. That is the condition Stephen Leacock has had faced. He was in confusion because it is fully all the clerks, everybody was sitting in that place, and he was unable to go anywhere. And even he was in confusion totally. Where to go? With whom he has to confront? And informed the accountant that he wanted to meet the manager alone. And there was an accountant, and he went and met him, and he told with him that he wanted to meet the manager alone. The manager got anxious and looked at the writer in the great suspicion. And the accountant took him to the manager, and the manager took him to his strong room. And the manager asked why he had come. Then he said that I came for to deposit my amount. Okay, then just he got anxious. Okay, looked at him coldly and took him to the separate room and locked it. He Because the manager thought that he will deposit more amount, he is a rich person. The manager presumed that he is a Pilkington's man and is also that a detective, and the manager assumed that he is from a rich or the businessman, he is from a business agency or a detective. He will deposit more money, a large money in his bank. But to his surprise, the narrator told that he was not from any of those agencies and uh, was there to deposit his $56 in the bank and $50 every month. And just he came to the bank to deposit only $56. And after that, every month he deposit $50. The manager rose and went outside, shouted, Mr. Montgomery, to open a new account to deposit fairly large amount. Listening these words, the manager got angry on him. Just he rose up from his chair and shouted at the clerk. Mr. Montgomery opened an account. He wanted to deposit a fairly large amount. Using these words, he insulted the customer. He insulted the narrator in front of all the people because he treated the $56 as a meager amount. But that is a large to the depositor. The writer was taken to the strong room and asked to write a slip to deposit the amount. And the writer was taken to a strong room. There some formalities were there to open an account. So all the formalities were completed and he signed on the papers. Then the clerk took that and he opened the new account and deposited the $56 in his account. The written slip was given to the another clerk, and the money was deposited. Soon after the deposition of money, the narrator asked the clerk to withdraw $6 for his daily use from the $56. After deposition, he realized that he had no money with him. So he wanted to take to withdraw $6 from his account. And so that he asked, then the clerk given a slip to him and a checkbook also to write that. So the narrator was given the checkbook to fill the check to withdraw. Seeing the check, it means when he gives that, the narrator writes fills the check and gives, and after that he submits to the clerk. Seeing that the check, all the clerks shocked. The check contains $56 instead of $6. Then the narrator said that he wanted to withdraw whole the sum at once and never deposit again. And at once they shocked, and actually he was that was written $56 instead of $6, but intentionally he did 56 because in the beginning manager insulted him, so that he doesn't want to continue as a customer in that bank, so that he wanted to take back because his self esteem was damaged by using fairly large amount the words like, so that he wanted to take back because the manager insulted him calling his money as a fairly large amount. The clerk prepared to pay the money and asked how will he have it. The narrator answered in 50s. The clerk gave him a $50 bill and the sixes later. The narrator took and rushed out of the bank. The narrator took and he completed all formalities to withdraw amount. Then he received his amount and rushed away from the bank. While he left the bank, he heard a roar of laughter rising inside the bank. Since then, he banked no more. He kept money in cash in his trousers pocket and his saving in silver dollars in a sock. See, after that, he never go to no. He bank no more means he never go to bank and he never deposited the money, and whatever he earned that he kept himself with him in his trousers pocket. Okay, so this is the lesson summary. How is this? And do you want any other lesson? Just you write the lesson's name and I will do that. That every comment that should be supported by any more than 100 members, then I will do the lesson. Okay, write the lesson name and leave this comment section. Okay, and like this and share with your friends. Thank you for watching this video.